Welcome to a video, this one with voice. We're going to look at the easiest way to make 100 grand. So first we need to find a property. So we're going to open up our phones, go to the internet, go to Dynasty 8 Real Estate, not the executive app, and we're going to find offices, two-car garages that are cheap. So we search by low end and then price low to high. We can see there garages that cost 27,000. Now we're not going to buy one of these. We're going to buy one that costs around 33, 34. This is because it's further into the city, which means it's closer to your amenities. You don't need to drive so far to sell the cars that you're going to buy. And plus, the way I'm going to show you to make money, $5,000 is not really a great deal of difference. The easiest way to make money here is to sell cars. So we scroll down the map, we click on each garage until we find one that's in a decent location for us, and that happens to be this one here, which is reasonably well located. If I click on buy, it will take me to the buy screen. So I know that I need to make $33,500 to do that. First thing I'm going to do to accomplish my goal is I'm going to steal and sell a car. Now, to steal and sell a car, you need to get to the garage that buys the cars, and that's Los Santos Customs. So the first thing you do, wherever you spawn into the game, is to steal a car. You can steal any car, it doesn't matter which car you steal. The car you're stealing at the moment is simply to transport you to the garage. So this gentleman is about to lose his Porsche, or whatever it's called in the game, and I'm going to make my way to the garage. Now there are a number of Los Santos Customs garages. Benny's, which is marked by a big B, doesn't buy cars, but Los Santos does. Los Santos is marked on the map with this little fire extinguisher. Yeah, see, so I set my waypoint and off I go. Now, I can't sell this Porsche because you can't sell a car that costs $100,000 or more. Each car's sale value is 10% of its shop price. Okay, and it doesn't allow you to steal the Ferraris or the Lamborghinis or any of the Veyrons. That would be too easy. If you stole one of the $1 million cars, you'd be making 100 grand per theft. So there's a limit. So I can't sell this car, but I can use it as a taxi to get to customs place. So once I arrive at Los Santos Customs, I park up and I get out and I find a car. The easiest way to find cars is at traffic light junctions, because obviously they stop. If you smash a window to steal a car, you're going to have to you'll lose that money when you sell it. So it's best to get into a car that someone's driving. So let's see if we can find a decent car to steal. Those are all cheap. There's nothing expensive. Okay, I'm not going to waste too much time. Let me just grab this one. So let me steal this. And okay, so there's a little damage there because that car bashed into the back of my red one. However, I simply take it, drive it into the customs shop. Could have stolen one of those, but it would cost me the money for the smashed window. And I carefully maneuver my way in.
Here for the magic touch?
I don't want the magic touch. I want the magic money. I can repair or I can sell. I will simply sell, and there we go. 2,400 in my pocket. Now you can sell one car every 48 minutes. You can't just simply repeat this process. There is a cooldown period. There's my money in the bank. So I need to find out which cars I can sell. So again, I get on my phone, I go to the internet, and I go to Southern San Andreas superautos.com, very catchy. If I sort by price, I'm able to see all of the cars that I can steal and sell. So there are lots of cars, but remember, you're looking at 10% and you want to maximize your time. So you're looking at the cars that cost $90,000, because that's going to get you $9,000 or $9,500. So I'm looking there at the Ubermax 95, and the Galavanta, which is going to get me 9 grand. The Felon's going to get me 9 grand. All of these cars are going to get me $9,000. And understanding that I only need to make 30,000 or 33,000, that's almost a third of what I need. If I go into Legendary and I sort by price, you can see here that the faster cars, the sports cars, they're all out of range pretty much. Unless I'm lucky enough to find a Vapid Hot Knife on the road, there's nothing in here that I can sell. So once I've got my garage, once I've made enough money to buy my garage, I've obviously done some races, I've done some Leicester missions and some jobs, and I've got my garage. I then need to go to a certain point on the map and start a Rockstar job. So I need to take myself to this point on the left side of the map. Okay, so onto the onto the west coast. And I need to go there in a Vapid Sand King XL. I can't go there in any car. To get one of these, I can either buy one from the shop, or I can spawn one. To spawn one, I need to go into the north, into the farms and the 4x4 areas, and I need to drive there, or when I get there, I need to steal, not necessarily this location, anywhere in that area, I need to steal a 4x4. GTA will spawn cars into the game that you either own or are currently driving. So I'm currently driving my Insurgent, which is a car that you should get. It can get you out of pretty much any situation. Don't get the 50 cal one because that's not convenient. Get the other one, but because it's a 4x4, it's going to spawn other 4-wheel drives. So there's one. Everybody lagged out. There's another one. It's not a Sand King. It's a rat truck, I think. But it's a 4x4, see? Because I'm driving a 4-wheel drive, the game spawns 4-wheel drives. Okay, so I'll simply drive around here until I find my Sand King. I may have to drive. It's not, it's not going to spawn easily. You might find one parked, but you need to get hold of that car. Or, like I said, you can simply steal and sell other cars, and you can buy one from the shop. You have now a 2-car garage that you can keep cars in, so it's not an inconvenience. Once I've got my car, I go back to that point on the map. I'm in my garage now because this is how I film the video, but I go back to that point on the map. I go to Start, Online, Jobs, Play Job, Missions, Rockstar Created, Missions, and then I'm looking for Time to Get Away. Remember, don't start this here. Start this at that point on the map that I showed you earlier. Once it starts, I don't need to invite anybody else. I can just start it by my own. Confirm settings. Play. Yes. And there we are. The game starts where I drove to. That's the point on the map. And right in our line of vision is going to be my Sand King. Of course, I have a Sand King in my garage for this purpose, but that would be the one that you stole and you've kept in your garage. You need to own the car, so steal it and then drive it into your garage. You see that little driveway to the left? That's important a bit later on, remember that. But for this car, I simply need to drive it up to this bridge, and I need to park it very carefully with the tyres on the line of the dark and the grey tarmac. Then I need to steal another car. Okay, so I just leave my car parked there. I leave the Sand King there. I steal another car, which will be this one. You see, because I've got one of these cars in my garage, it spawned it. I drive this car out of range of the spawn area, because cars don't spawn if there's a player there. If you drive down to the edge of this bridge, that's usually enough. Do a U-turn, and I need to drive back to that location, but I need to drive back slowly as I need to allow the truck to spawn. Now, earlier I mentioned that little driveway. As we come over the hill, watch that driveway to what will be our right. You see it there? And there spawns my big blue truck. So this is a Sand King XL, but it's a garage customized one. See, it's a lot different to the one that I've stolen. The one I've stolen is just a basic one. This is fully customized and it's worth nearly 19,000. Okay, so what I now do is I simply steal it and I drive it back to my garage. This is going to be your 2-car garage, but for me it's a 6-car garage a few kilometers away. Now the reason you're going to do this particular car theft mission is because when you do a mission, there are no other players in here to disturb you, and the police don't bother you if you kill somebody, so you can't get a wanted level. You simply steal the car, drive 2 of them back to your garage, or sorry, well in this case it will be driving 1 back because you need to keep your original Sand King. So you'll take it, you'll drive it back to your garage, and then you'll sell that car in Los Santos Customs as you've been selling all of your other cars. Except this car is going to net you nearly 19,000. There are 2 versions of this, the blue one and the yellow one. They're similar in price, and you can't control which one spawns, but for now we've got the blue one. So even though I'm in a mission, as you can see it says go to Donkey Punch Family Farm, even though I'm in a mission, stealing the car doesn't cancel out when I go back into free mode, which is what we're going to do in a moment. So I drive it into my garage as I would any other stolen car. Then I get back onto the road, I steal another car, and I repeat the process as many times as I need to fill my garages. Of course, in your instance, it's going to be just 1 time. Okay, I don't call for another personal vehicle, because if I do that, my Sand King will disappear. I don't get into my Sand King. I need to leave it sitting on the side of the bridge. And off I go, and I simply have to repeat the process. Drive down to the bridge, do a U-turn, drive back slowly, and that car will keep spawning. Now I've finished the mission, I'm back in free mode, and I'm driving back to Los Santos Customs. You can see that I'm not in the blue Sand King I've just stolen. I'm driving back here in a stolen 4x4. I'm on my phone, I call my mechanic, and I make the request.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
Yes, please. One of those.
I'll bring it by.
Thank you. Now the mechanic, he will spawn the car out of your sight. So the best way to keep it close to you is to spin around like this, so the system doesn't know which way you're facing. And there it is. It spawned right next to me. If you stand facing one way, it will spawn on a different road behind you. So now I simply need to take this car into Los Santos and sell it like any other car. Like I said, except this one gets me 18,000, so it's essentially a $180,000 car because we're getting 10%. Very carefully, because obviously any damage done is knocked off the price. That's why you don't drive your car to the garage, because you can crash it. And I sell, and in another 48 minutes I sell another one. So doing this, you're well on your way to making your first 100 grand in GTA. If you liked the video, please like it, and if you have any questions, put something in the comment section, and feel free to watch some more. Thank you.